This is one of the most advanced robot lawnmowers on the market today. Its positioning is done by GPS, which means there's no need for a perimeter wire. It has these super chunky tyres on and an all-wheel drive system that can handle up to 75-degree slopes. Under the deck, there's a dual cutting mechanism with 8 cutting blades. It's even got its own suspension system. If you're in the market to buy a robot lawnmower, or you're simply wondering how you can install one at home, in this video I'm going to be doing a step-by-step guide on the LUBA all-wheel drive 5000. The first step to install a robot lawnmower at home is to unbox all of the essential equipment that you'll need to get it installed. I start off by taking the mower out of its case, and in here you can see a number of different accessories such as the power cord and its parking dock bay, which has this over-the-top cover. First of all, these 2 rods are for the GPS receiver. This unit does not have a perimeter wire and it works by GPS tracking, extremely accurate down to the centimeter level. Here you can see some power cords for the antenna. You can also see the power cords for the base and all the installation hardware that you need to install the LUBA. This bit of kit is the front bumper that fits onto the machine, and it helps with its obstacle avoidance and detection mechanisms to make sure that the mower doesn't clash with anything that you've got lying on the lawn. The mower itself is around 70 centimeters long by 50 centimeters wide, and it can cover up to 5,000 square meters. After I've unpacked all of the equipment from the box, it's time to install the base and get some power running to it. Before I do that, I'm going to lift up the mower and check out some of the features inside. You can see underneath here, this mower has got its own suspension system and it's actually an all-wheel drive. This means it can cope with slopes up to 75 degrees and is especially useful for anyone with uneven terrain or even multi-zone management, where you can set this mower to cut one lawn and then even move to a different area and cut a second lawn. Now that's pretty impressive. The next step of the installation process is to install the front bumper into the machine. This bumper is actually spring loaded and it helps with the obstacle detection system, where the machine can avoid obstacles on the ground. Underneath the deck, we've got this dual cutting mechanism with replaceable blades underneath, so if you need to keep the blade sharp, they're quite easy to replace with a single screw. We've also got adjustable mowing heights, and this machine can be fully controlled by the app, which I'll show you later in the video. The cut heights range between 30 and 70 millimeters, so it's pretty much got everyone's range covered right there. On the top of the machine, you've got the buttons and controls, including a stop button, a home button, and a mow button. There are 3 main components to the installation. The first is the docking station, or the base. This is where the mower returns to, and it also recharges from this docking station. The second element is the antenna, which gives the mower its GPS position, and it's linked up to satellites to give centimeter level accuracy. And the third component is the mower itself. First, we're going to talk about installing the base. The machine itself has a level of waterproofing and can be left outside almost permanently. The main exception to this in the manual is during heavy snowfall, to basically avoid snow piling up on the roof of the unit, which isn't really desired. In terms of connecting the base, there's 2 main components to this. First, you need to put the power running into the base, so I'm threading a cable through this little hole on the side. There's cable tracks in the base, so this is quite nice and easy. It slots up through the insert and then goes into the back of the machine. The second plug you can see there is for the antenna system. There's a few different ways you can mount the antenna. You can either mount it completely separately, like against the wall of a house, for example, or it also comes with this extension pole where you can connect it directly into the base unit. Just for the simplicity, I chose to connect the antenna to the base unit and power both on by a nearby socket. When you've got power to the unit, the next step is to install the key in the back of the machine. This little orange key is a security device, so you can remove this if you want and power the machine on by holding the on button. After the machine's powered on, the next step is to connect to the machine using the app. I've tested a number of different machines like this, and this is really an intuitive app. You simply install it from the Play Store or the iOS Store, follow the instructions to connect the cables, install the base unit, and then pair to your phone by Bluetooth. After the unit has been docked, you can then connect to the Wi-Fi system on your home router using the app. It'll also prompt you to upgrade the software if there's any firmware updates with the machine and if there's any updates on the app. Once the firmware has been updated, you simply set the areas that need to be mowed. Now, this machine has got super advanced features which allow multi-sectional mowing, scheduling, type of mowing in terms of frequency and height of cut, and also a number of advanced features which can all be programmed by the app. You can use your mobile phone to actually drive the machine, and you start by selecting different zones of your garden. In this case, I'm only going to have one zone, which is my main lawn, but if I had multiple lawns or different sections, you can set up different sections and also choose to have those different sections accessed at different times and different frequencies. I set my height of cut here around 50mm because the grass was already super long and I wanted to see how the LUBA performed at a higher height of cut. I also chose the extra fine mowing setting, and what this means is the machine will do an edging pass first to cover right up to the edges, and then it actually does 2 mowing passes, one in a vertical direction and one in a horizontal direction, and it does this unlike any other mower that I've seen. It actually follows a path as if you were mowing the lawn yourself instead of just bouncing off all different corners like I've seen with other robot lawn mowers. This is really a great addition, as actually the lawnmower started to form stripes in the lawn and gave a really good quality cut in a way that wasn't going to miss any areas of grass and get a super even coverage. You can choose from a list of predefined mowing parameters such as fine mowing or quick mowing, or you can set your own customization mowing path, and all the heights and the settings and the frequencies are all fully customizable using the app. When you've locked in your setting, the mower will give you an estimated time to completion and show you real time of how it's performing and the percentage complete on the app. Now, this is something I've never seen before, and honestly it is a really game-changing feature, and it's such an amazing experience as the end user to use a machine like this. So you can see here, this is the results of the first pass the mower did in the horizontal direction, and as it's about to finish this pass, it'll cross the lawn and then start mowing in the horizontal direction. My lawn's about 100 square meters, and if I did the most finest setting, which is 4 passes around for the edge cut and then a horizontal and a vertical mow, this was taking around 40 minutes in total. One of the cool features about this as well is if the machine detects that it's running low on battery, it just returns back to the docking station, and it's got a full auto charge feature built into the machine. This means that it'll do a section of your lawn, return for more juice, and then go back out onto the lawn to finish the job. You can actually change the speed in which the machine operates. I think here I had it on quite a slow setting, because when you're doing the fine mow, it takes its time and makes sure it cuts almost every single blade of grass. Here it was running around 0.3 meters a second, and the footage you're watching is sped up roughly around 8 times, I think. If you want to see the full technical specifications for this mower, you can visit mamotion.com, and I've left some links below that you can see more information about this mower and different products within the range. Over the past couple of years, there's been huge investment in this type of technology, and this particular unit has been one of the breakthrough units that I can see that doesn't need a boundary wire to be installed. That unlocks so many additional applications, and it means it can be used for large areas or even small areas where you just simply don't want to dig up your garden to install a boundary wire. I'd love to hear in the comments section how you feel about the development of this technology, or can you see what applications it might be suitable for? If you're looking for simple and effective ways that you can improve your lawn at home, consider subscribing to my channel or search for Garden Lawn Care Guy in the search box. Thanks a lot for watching. It's been Matt, the Garden Lawn Care Guy, and I'll see you in the next video.